It's NAB 2024. We're on the Rohde Schwarz stand where we've been doing a couple of videos here with the team. And I'm joined by Duncan. Hi, Duncan.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Now, Duncan, we're looking at the SpycerNode 2 here, but for those that might not have come across the family, give us a quick insight into what SpycerNode is.
Right, yeah, so SpycerNode is our family of storage products.
Right.
And SpycerNode 2 was launched at NAB last year, and it's part of a family. So there's a group of storage products for high resiliency, massive capacity, and scalability. And it's made up of a mixture of large JBOD units with lots of expansion and smaller SSD or HDD only versions and gateways to extend that out, and then a very high performance VFX storage system called SpycerNode SC. So it's quite an encompassing group of products.
Yeah. So before we get into depth about SpycerNode 2, can you maybe give us an idea of the challenges that some of your customers are facing right now?
Yeah, actually it's about budget. You know, we've had some interesting times, and they're making sure that the budget they spend needs to go in the right place, and making sure that the product they buy and the storage they buy really hits those markers to make sure that investment is a wise one.
Yeah. Okay. So ultimately, how are Rohde Schwarz solving the problems that your customers are having?
Yeah. So addressing that, from our point of view, what we do is we make safe, reliable, robust, fast storage, and we've done that for a long time, and that's what we're known for. So particularly with SpycerNode 2, that's just the next iteration of this family of products that, you know, they're fast, they're reliable, and they're keeping people's data safe. And I think that's really key, is to make sure that when the files are on our systems, it's rock solid, it's really going to look after it. It's valuable data, it's the assets, of course.
So what are you doing differently that other storage providers might not be doing?
Perhaps concentrating on ensuring that it's really rock solid. So looking at the systems as a whole, making sure that every piece of code is reliable, everything's working together, and really building every stage is getting more resilient and more reliable and more secure for the customers. Yes, of course, we have workflow, we have some remote workflow, we have Spicer management, but under the covers, that the majority of the work is always about making sure the customer's data is safe when it's sat on our product.
Yeah, sure. So, and SpycerNode 2, as you say, you launched it last year at NAB. What sort of feedback have you had on the product since then?
Great, actually, really good feedback, because our storage system is quite modular. As we mentioned, we've got different capacities, different versions. We've got the high performance version, but because we're running IBM Spectrum Scale underneath, which is it's the highest version you can get inside media outside IBM and Lenovo.
Right.
They can all mesh together as a cluster. So the SpycerNode 2 perfectly fits in and sits where it needs to go. So having those controllers, that extra performance, customers can choose how they all work together. So yeah, it's incredibly modular and really safe.
And what does a typical SpycerNode 2 customer look like?
Well, I mean, what's the typical storage customer look like? I really don't, you can't judge it at all.
No.
We have post customers using SpycerNode 2. We have post customers using SC. We've got large companies that are storing valuable data, not actually editing from the storage, using SpycerNode.
Right.
So really, the whole family kind of fits in different places, but as anything in media, I don't think there's a typical customer for anything, not really.
It all comes down to the solid, robust storage that SpycerNode 2 offers, I guess.
That's what we do. And
that's what you want,
really
that's what you have.
Yeah, absolutely. And the bells and whistles and other workflow systems and remote editing and cloud connections can all plug into it and use it. But when we've got it, we've got it safe.
For people not at NAB, where can they find out more information?
Yeah, if you go to Rohde Schwarz website and head down to the divisions and head for media and broadcast, you'll find us there. Buried amongst all the other things that you'll find on the Rohde Schwarz website.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Duncan, thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure.
Do check out the websites, and for everything else we're doing at the show, that's at kitplus.com.